You're listening to Journal to Ear with Rosemary Almodovar. From the journal to your ears, we're exploring the art of becoming whole. This is a journey of resilience, self discovery, and the beauty of the unfiltered life. Welcome back to Journal to Ear. I'm your host, and today we're talking about the full circle moment. You know, that feeling when you stop trying to glue the old version of yourself back together and finally realize that the new version, the one with the lines and the layers, is actually the masterpiece. I used to spend so much time wanting to be normal again. I wanted to go back to the version of me before the weight, before the loss, before the change. But I realized something. Normal was a cage. The break. The break was actually the key. I had to realize that God wasn't watching me fall apart. He was watching me break open so He could pour something better inside. I want to take you into the pages of my own journal. It's a process I call vomit of the pen, just letting it all out without a filter. I went back recently and looked at an entry from exactly 1 year ago today, and it reads like this. I feel like I'm sitting in a pile of shattered glass. I don't know what piece to pick up first without cutting myself. Everything feels sharp. Everything feels like an ending. I just want to feel whole again. That version of me was desperate for repair. I was asking God to fix the glass, but He was preparing to change the light. Now, listen to the entry I wrote this morning. I am not the glass, I am the light that shines through it. The edges aren't sharp anymore, they're defined. I don't need to be whole in the way I used to think. I am evolved, I am expanded, I am a reflection of a creator who doesn't waste a single tear. The difference isn't that the circumstances change entirely, is that my relationship with the cracks changed. A year ago, the cracks were a tragedy. Today, they are the evidence that I'm still standing. As you guys have heard me before talk about the Japanese art called kintsugi, when a ceramic pot breaks, they don't throw it away and they don't try to hide the cracks with clear glue. Instead, they repair the breaks with gold, silver, or platinum. The philosophy is that the piece is more beautiful and more valuable because it was broken. Think about that. The pot goes back on the shelf, but it catches the light differently now. It's not just a vessel anymore, it's a story. When you look at your own life, are you trying to hide the glue? Or are you ready to see the gold? I like to think of God as the ultimate kintsugi artist. He doesn't just patch us up to get us back to good enough. He uses the hardest parts of our journey, the gold, to make us more valuable than we were before the break. You aren't just fixed, you are finished in a way you never could have been if you stayed perfect. As I close out this episode, I want you to do the same gold hunting in your own history. Look at a crack in your life from 5 years ago. Maybe it was a job you lost, a relationship that ended, or a season of deep doubt. What gold did you use to fill it? What strength, what wisdom, and what new perspective did you gain that makes you more valuable today? Trust that even when you couldn't see the pattern, there was a divine hand at work in the repair. As for this week, I welcome you guys to join me to record a voice memo or send me a message telling me about your favorite scar. What did it teach you? How did it catch the light today? Thank you for being here, for being open, and for being you. I'll see you in the next entry. And before we close the book on today, I want to hear from you. What part of your story are you mending right now? Head over to the Q&A in your Spotify app, or you can send a voice note at my email, journaltoearpod@gmail.com. Your voice is the gold that makes this community whole. I'm listening.